And we are right. So, and of course, right when I go study ramen, of course, right when I go live, I complain about something. I need my phone here, the reference images, and so I should probably go grab that before too many people show up. Give me a moment. Okay. So, I honestly have no idea how I look, because I can't look at thing at the same time as no, I'm not good at all this shit. Pardon my friend. So about 2 years ago at this point, like or like a couple months, I started working mostly for FNAF 17. So I had made or so had one arm, including a hand. Never finished it. So that's figured out kind of for this one. Here's what we're gonna do. I got the original as a reference. They're pretty old. It's a lot older than a lot of the props. So still even fit me. Yeah, they do. Skinny. Oh no. So we're gonna just put out my base. Uh Ramen, with that uh kind of comment, I don't think I want to tell you my controversial. Don't know what that means. Don't really like what that implies. Knowing you, I'd say don't. Prefer if you did. So at first we're just gonna cut out just like it has been so long since I've done a live. Welcome, Thomas. Got this cut out. This is a bit too big for this one. I want to double check to make sure. That's a little bit too small segment. So yeah, PG-13 is a good rating for this. Yeah, I want to be able to monetize this afterward. That way I can actually have money, get more material. I was going to cut this down. That's what I was. Swear I don't have short-term memory. Cut this down. Just you'd want to like sketch out where you're going to cut, but since it's supposed to have what is it? Like withered. I don't really care about making. For the most part, I don't really care about making for pretty much every other character I've done. Since for the most part, I just do Onyx. Last set I did. I think last time I had to make. Yeah. I'd say it is gamer time. Epic game. Oh, once we got these at about the same length, But we're gonna wall this up. It's preferable to, like, if the cardboard you're using freaking patterns and stuff on it, you're gonna want to put it on the, that way it gets covered up by the fabric and you can't look inside of it and see. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can just see like freaking Papa John's. I I can't really see any, or from my stream, it's all laggy. Hey, there we go. Yeah, you can see freaking Papa John's in here. Not as bad as my Springtrap. Just on camera. What time is it for me? 10? Around 10. Pretty late. So, yeah. Don't want this little 1D side. Up. I meant to live stream a hell of a lot sooner. There was a bunch of stuff I wanted to do. I was even going to live stream. I made a Springtrap before. Technically yes. Just not completely. I've made 2 actually. So my second ever mask was a Springtrap. That was back when I used to spray paint cardboard box, and it just doesn't look very good. And then 2 years ago, I remade it. This is what it looks like. It's the first mask I made, kind of cardboard. And right after that, I made plush strap with all that leftover fabric because I bought freaking 3 yards, like thinking that would be just barely enough. No, that was way more than able to make a 3-foot tall little. So we're gonna want to like kind of measure, or on our, try to make it up with this. That way, one. I actually had to get. Oh. Here's the boring part. We just sit and wait. Honestly, I just gotta read the first part of the name to just kind of get the. Yeah. Once this dries, we're gonna go ahead and cut out. That way we. So the shorter ones are for this part of the bottom. Don't remember. It revealed. Oh, did they? I haven't seen that yet. I need to see that. I swear to God, every stream here at Halloween, and top. So, got a nice little tube. It's about dry enough we could let it sit, but not really dry enough that we can start. Arm and slightly too small. Can't use that. I can try to use this, but I don't think it's. Well, that's cool. A lot of their more recent themes have kind of run together, so it's hard to. Or it's kind of nice to see something. I want to make a video just on Spirit Halloween. Like, it'd be different from what I normally would have done, and I got around to it. Alright, see you, Roman. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I never got around to making. I had recorded a bunch of footage from like, all the different spirit houses that year. What? They pop. The people who work there, like spirit. Freddy's. Yeah, I do make some non-Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. In fact, I've been working on Freddy stuff of late. And I'm gearing up to start making a Space Marine thing. This is going to be just barely big enough. How lucky. But yeah, I just using like EV stuff, all mats instead of cardboard, and I'm going to probably be going to be a completely new experience. So I have no idea how it's going to turn out. Very limited work or experience with foam, so just or just weapons. In fact, I made a miniature chainsword from. I could abandon. Ooh, that sounds like it. Let we know about the cut it down to size. I don't like how roughly I. This was one of my earlier works, so it does not look nearly as good as the stuff I typically know. Not that the stuff I make now is flawless. Oh yeah, for any of you guys who are the least bit intrigued with that little Mr. Ruffles miniseries I've been doing, I finally refilmed the third installment to it. Because the original video for it got when I tried formatting my camera for something else. Stupid, and that footage, and it wasn't saved anywhere. So we had to refilm. I think that was partially a good thing because I was able to kind of perfect the whole Mr. Ruffles costume. So that stuff's completely filmed. Oh, okay, yeah. That explains it. I'll try Green Ninja. It takes a while. Sometimes you want to just miss anything. This shaped its. Start running. Do you plan to build FNAF 2 toy animatronics? Yes, I have said that before. I want to at some point. Just maybe might be a while until I do that though, because I don't want them to be made out of fabric. Probably gonna do something and just kind of smooth spray paint it. That way they look tiny. Like, when I think about it, that would actually be really, since they're made this plate. That's an easy to hide the seams. Go up. So now this one's for the forearm. I can't remember. And next, we want to start cutting stuff like withering into. So I'm gonna. Get the. Are you asking me how I did it, or are you asking if I just recorded more? I've been thinking about making. I have like a proto Discord server kind of set up, but it's not. I don't know about your. I don't know what that means. Thank you for that, Bungus. Or Bunk Bunk. Now I gotta figure out which arm I decided to make first. Did I even model it after anything? Or did I just go ham? I think I just went ham on this. Oh, okay, so how did I get the shot? So at Walmart, I think this is like the fifth time I brought up Walmart. They make, or they sell these for arcade machines. Those arcade machines. Or I just happened to have one of those. My older brother actually bought it for us Christmas. So that's what we ended. And I just realized I broke my own with the whole put any decals on the outside of this, but too late now. Most of the time something's going to be in. Wait. I was looking at it wrong. I am stupid. But yeah, so to film that shot, I had the camera at the right angle, selected this screen, and I put Golden Freddy there instead. Kind of spooky. How many characters have you made? So full-size characters, we got Freddy, Puppet, one Freddle, Plushtrap, I couldn't remember. Foxy, Freddy, Pika, all on Wither. And then Golden Freddy and Spring Bonnie use the same body parts as Chica does. I made them for Spring Bonnie. Dude. Alright, so I'm about to tear. So, I don't like to be precise with the withering, I just want to be like what the original shit. Most of the time, people. And you could be really rough with a knife, you could just really just stab in there and start like twisting the blade. What you don't want to be is like too gentle. Oh, hello, studio. Sorry I didn't see you. What's my favorite FNAF animation? Probably the puppet. Just one of the more interesting ones, and the only one that really. Phone gun. I don't think so. Which one was that? That was a long time ago. I think that job ended up not voice acting for a different fan. Funny thing is, I actually have no idea what character I am. The game's called Retro Generation. I don't want to feel too much about it because it's in very early. People, or the people, or I've worked with them before. Sadly, that last project. Yeah, if you see a fan game called Retro, no, I'm probably going to be voice acting for it. Oh, welcome back, Ramen. Keep having to pause and look. I can't talk and like focus on making. It's just. But I want it to look similar to what it is. That way I could tell which to kind of get it. It's accurate. Probably not going to be accurate is when I find a trap. I do plan on doing that. I'm going to make a replacement head, the spring body and just probably all for it. I feel like it'd be a fairly new version of the same character, but I could just like the most pay attention. That's probably what I'm gonna do when I make the classic anime, like the FNAF 1 game. I'm gonna take Withered Freddy, I'm gonna use his unwithered body part, and just put FNAF 1 Freddy's head. This looks close enough to what the original looked. Took the most amount of time to make. Puppet didn't take long at all. Like, that's my tallest animatronic, but it didn't take long. Skinny, so. Already took a couple of days. I don't really work on one character, like and like completely finish it before I usually on them. Like I'll do one piece, and once I finish that, I'll start working on pieces of a character. But I'd have to say Plush Trap because I kind of worked on him the most, and he just seemed to take the long. Please tell me this was a cheap night, so I'm not too worried about it. But it was a gift value. Okay, just right now. Don't know. Honestly, I'm more focused on thinking about what I'm gonna Space Marine. Simply because that's something I'm gearing up to do. It's something new, something exciting. FNAF character though, I'm thinking about making Nightmare Fredbear. Just because that'd be kind of cool, or maybe Nightmare Freddy to go Ruddle. Oh god, the way I freaking did this, so I'm gonna have to cut through an area of glue. A little. Before I cut myself, I should probably get scissors for. Hey, Ramen. It's gonna be a bit not precise, but probably gonna cut off. Thank you, Gold. Bring like I have not. It's been a while since I've just watched. When it comes to horror, I mostly just watch YouTube videos like ARGs and stuff. Those things are really fun. Tried to make a Slenderman one a while back. Never went through with it. Still up somewhere. Withered Money's actually just because of the whole fact that he's no. Withered Chica was always more scary to me though. Piece of FNAF merch. I had a T-shirt that had really shitty designs of the characters on it. I'd probably have to say that was it. You'll probably know which one I'm talking about. It was like one of their early T-shirts, so like all the characters look high, and it just doesn't look right at all. That is probably a pretty. A lot of their costumes are like the plastic mask, kind of cool to have if you want. Is that for like the bullies from? But other than that, like their costumes, Nightmare ones look Yes. But honestly, I feel you'd be better off making your own. Like, as I mentioned in my last video, that Withered Freddy that I got outside only cost around $20 to make. That might be an overstatement too. Of course, I'm not including whatever we bought to get all the cardboard for. Still, that's not a whole lot. And on top of that, cardboard's like, you could buy giant boxes for at Walmart. Yeah. Yes, I think that's what it is. Is it the I Survived? It's too small for me now. You know, I'm a growing boy, and I just shot up recently. One problem with withering is that you have to be careful not to areas too. You're cutting holes in this stuff. This is looking pretty. I had to be really careful when making giant hole gashed into the. But yeah, that I Survived. Their costumes aren't as bad as I. Some of them are pretty good, but the way they're packaged, what's really bad. Smashed those rubber masks though. Abomination. They look creepy and not in the way they're supposed to. That's it. Gotta be shit. I am stupid. Holy crap. I did the withering patterns that were supposed to be on this arm. Not this one. That is lovely. World star. First piece of FNAF merch I've seen is. Oh! Those are unofficial though, so you can't really discredit them. That kind of stuff. I'd be more upset about this if it wasn't for the fact that nobody really found the books. You know what? That's fine. We're leaving it like that. We're moving on. Let's see. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do more than. Oh. Yeah, funny story. When I was buying the fabric, I bought a shade that was lighter than this. This was like, it's like half a year ago. I would do that, but I kind of need this. I don't want to your supplies. But yeah, I bought fabric that was a shade lighter than this, and I bought this because that Springtrap's light slightly darker than the body. So, I thought, good idea to like, or get a darker shade, just legs darker. As it turns out, the brighter shade I got is way brighter than what I need, so it just looks almost neon. I wasn't paying attention. And the darker shade I got is the shade I want for it. And I didn't notice that until like a few weeks ago. Or giveaway? I need my so my parents keep shouting as I have no idea how. Now we're in a bit of a pickle because I did withering patterns that was meant this, or that was meant to be on this arm. So I'm thinking about just saying screw it and kind of patterns that are on, uh, that are supposed to be on this arm. kind of go horizontal. Dip it a little. Then we're gonna probably because he's some weird demon that exists only in pain and suffering. So yeah. Sure about. I'm like talking to myself right now. I typically don't do this when I'm not live streaming. There we go. How to put this, but that's not going to use. Okay. We have this now. One gash. Savvy. Put a nice hole up here. Are you still talking about? Oh, Jesus Christ! I didn't even see you bring up no. Yeah, no. Well, you're not supposed to drink paint water. Hey, what's up, Yeti? Or Eddie? I don't. It's a little hole. I'm kidding. Honestly, arm segments are pretty fun to do because just because of withering and stuff. This stream has just turned into weird things we. It looks like he's got some. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I shaped this. That's fine. Like I said, people don't pay attention. So I'm just gonna put it slightly off where it normally would. There was a bit of withering on like the top. It was supposed to be somewhere up here above this spot, but I didn't make it go. Or I put this thing a bit close to the top, so I didn't want to cut into it. So now we gotta do it. Yeah, I like making segments because withering. I think my favorite things to do is like when I'm making the withering, painting, or like adding finer details like blood splatters or like smudge marks or stuff like I did with the mask. Mask was made 2 years ago. Yeah, so I haven't really featured it in a video in a long time. Last time it was shown was yeah, the mask existed well before. I made this summer 2017. So this is what it looks like. It's a little bit dusty, actually, which, you know, is fine. That in a bag. Yeah, this was the first mask I made. A cardboard frame wrapped in fabric. What is your least favorite FNAF character? Any of the Phantom animatronics. They're the most forgettable. They don't kill you, so that gets annoying. And they're just recolors. Like, save for a couple. Springtrap. Honestly, if I had to wear any of my costume, for Halloween, I would go with my Springtrap one, just because the head's actually comfy, because the teeth are made of cotton and up against getting suffocated by a cloud. For those who don't know, I actually burned my old Springtrap and Freddy heads because they were literally just like cardboard boxes. Looks like he has a bit of withering in his arm. Can't really look at it. Over here. Then just kind of hope for the best. Taking with. Yeah, it's a bad idea for me to leave anything out in a garage or backyard for that matter. Not because something will crawl in it, but because usually my glue will melt during summer. Occasionally during winter if I'm not careful about what time of day I choose, but life. Um Oh, go. Withering on this bit is yes, there was like a little bit that careful with it. Doing something. Fuck it. You don't get anywhere or taking risks or trying new things. Because it's hot here year round. So if I leave it out in the middle of the day, it can and hot glue will melt because it's hot. If I leave it in direct sunlight, typically. That should be it for. Oh. I'm not going to worry about making or adding wires. Let's see. This is what I want to do. Got nothing left. I set fire melt. So let's lay this out. I want to lay this out. I only have 1 yard of fabric this time, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get done this much. I may need to get buy more, especially when I start doing legs take up a lot of freaking fabric, especially the big ones that aren't, or my life-size props that aren't meant to be worn. These I'm making, or I want to be wearable though, because I want this wearable because the rest of the costume is wearable. That's what I was gonna. Do I plan to make a FNAF movie? No. I do make short films for, what is it? It's like a series. I made a series called Give episode right. I kind of got stopped on production for that because I literally need to. I need to freaking get Foxy airborne for a scene. So yeah, that's gonna be freaking. And then eventually, I'm gonna end up using. I might as well. And then I could do like the freaking spirit open in. Jesus Christ! I started seeing Halloween stuff on TF2 already though. Not too surprised. But I probably should be. I don't want to waste any fabrics. Enough. Usually I'm like very generous. I want to use it. And I still gotta make another hand too. So when I said I like making arm segments and stuff, the opposite of things I like props. Nothing I just said makes sense. What I don't like doing props though is hands and ears or anything similar to making snouts. Well, actually, snouts are kind of bearable. I am using. I keep forgetting what I'm going to say, and I swear I'm going to Tyler. What are you even talking about? Whatever I was talking about is gone. Well, the reason why I'm like surprised that Spirit Halloweens are open is simply because again, I'm forgetting what I'm saying. I'm surprised because it's like it's not even like a month away. Or 2 months even. It's like 3 months away from now. I have seen some cheaper Halloween stuff out, but it's all. I was about it. Hi. It's been way too fucking. I made one. No, it hasn't. I made some for Bonnie. Like, I'm gonna put a line of hot glue. Don't want to put too much through the fabric. Type of fabric. I didn't think it was a big letdown. It was what I expected for the series at that point. You know, it's definitely. I like some of the characters. I feel like people on to the nightmares. Like nightmares really don't have anything special about. I like the character designs. They're pretty good. Like not a whole lot was done with the except for Nightmare Fredbear. He got spammed everywhere. And for some reason, like every single company ends up making F merge. Likes to. Thank you, Bethany. Put one line of glue. F4. Add for. You're working with fabric. You want to like not just. And then the opposite of that is pulling too much that you get creases. So it's like you gotta know. I can't. I don't. I don't even that. Yeah, the designs look good, but they compared to everything else that was in the series at the time, like yo, what are you? And then we had the twisted animatronics, which that, but they added some uncanny valley in there. Artist. I not seen Parse. Don't know if what or shit. So typically when I make these limb segments, at this point I just kind of bend everything forward, kind of put a ring around it. That kind of like it just kind of looks nice around the edges. I didn't do that with these because these are old and stupid. Um, but he's got a bunch of withering around, so I can't just out some video. I don't know. Pretty chill. Well, I say that, but once I finally start freaking live, um, it's that's probably gonna go flying out the. I'd say people who hack that just because like they're not really doing anyone favors other than the, honestly it's just or usually when I do this or do this kind of thing I make like a shape side bend, which I might make some videos on making some props series because I actually had to make a new Sticklemore. Not because the old one was bad or anything. In fact, I still love the design of the old one. It just scaled weird for a mat. Like you could see practically my entire face. So, need a piece of cardboard. So I had to make one with smaller holes and up on. You know what that? And then I gotta make a character for my mining site. I'm gonna be trying some stuff with him. I'm gonna be getting some stuff that's called polymorph or something, like polymorph beads. Drop them in a, and then let them warm out. You're able to shape them and stuff, and I'm gonna that way it looks like real human. Paint around them to make stuff glossy. Gonna add some gloss to the eye too. Guy center. It's not gonna be. No, I'm just gonna stop. That's kind of. I've never had to I've never owned a Mario Kart. I've played it multiple times. I've owned a freaking Mario Kart wheel, not the full. My grandparents one, thinking that it came with the game. So I had a Mario Kart wheel, but not Mario. Yeah, so here's why I don't like this fabric. It's not very bendy. So stuff like hello Bethany. Stuff like this happens a lot. Yes, that way I can actually see real time how things look. See these like bumps and creases and stuff right here. This stuff happens way too much with this kind of fabric. I believe it's flannel. No, no. What I like is flannel. This I have no idea what it is. Um, yeah, with flannel you want to be careful because not with flannel. I keep talking is not my strong suit. So with this stuff, whatever it's called, I completely forgot the name. It's not very stretchy, and it's a little bit expensive. I have no idea why I was attracted to this stuff. Probably because he was my first costume with fabrics. So all this extra fabric on, just so I don't forget to do that. I think I forgot to do it. And now I have some fabric that I can add to Ruffles costume. Felt. No, not felt. Felt I used for the cupcake, and I don't recommend felt either. Felt is not good. Um, hello, Pyro Shark. Welcome. Sure. Basically, you want flannel whenever you're making something because it's stretchy. It's cheap, at least compared like it's like a buck cheaper than like other um fabrics, and it kind of looks like what they're textured at least in the main game. Not really look like they're made. Yeah, felt's good for ears and stuff. Um, I used felt for withered bunny. I also use it for snout. It wasn't too bad for the snout because I didn't have to really bending or like wrapping it. But typically, I would not recommend felt. I use the cupcake, and he just has a bunch of like these big layers. Oh, you guys, it's not good. At least not for this stuff. If you're doing some other stuff. I don't know what, but there's probably stuff felt good for. Why else would? At least for the it's the second time. Well, during the stream, I've done this way more times. Yeah, so felt is perfect. There was another kind of material that wasn't fabric. It was like a kind of leather. Lefty, because he looks like he's like made out of leather. That wasn't good because doesn't like it doesn't bond well to the hot glue for one thing, and it doesn't like bending. remember having to do my first. I had to be. I made a huge mistake when I was making the supports, or not the frame for Spring Bonnie. I made his freaking, like, his entire frame was skinny. Like, each of the strips I made were like extremely thin. So what ended up happening is, over time, the ears got too heavy for him, and it like collapsed in on him. So I have to put in some more supports. You can't really see it when I'm wearing the head, but not. Already everything. So then their fabric. Wait, what happened? Everything okay? Did the stream go down? Just got a freaking notification that OBS had successfully reconnected. How long is that? How long was that a thing? That worries me. Stream was fine. That's weird. Okay. So, what was I saying? You want to do the withering on the cardboard first, because if you don't, it ends up looking raggedy on the actual fabric. I'll probably. I don't think I have anything that looks like this. I was about to say I don't think I have anything to give you guys an example for right now, but it doesn't look right, and you could typically see cardboard underneath. What do you use to hold the ears on Springtrap? So, you're making ears. I'd highly recommend you do something else. I have listened over. What happens when you grab this? So I'd probably use stuff from like sponges, or yeah, I'd probably use sponges for that. Just so chopsticks. I put So basically, what happened is each ear is completely, and it's got like it's got like a flat piece of cardboard on the inside in the shape of the ear, and I have chopsticks. It's kind of glue. Um, and it just kind of keeps the ears from bending where they shouldn't. And then something that helps is you're gonna want to like stick the ears as far down as you, so that it's got some support from resting on the head itself. If that makes any sense. Because I wasn't able to do that with women. As a result, it's very hard to keep. So yeah, basically, I just stuck them into a point that it rested on the head itself, and they have chopsticks. The main base. You So you could kind of see like a little how I did it. This looks semi creepy on the inside. Holy, it looks creepy all the way up until Papa John. Used to be able to see Papa John's face perfectly. Had it covered. Now, like, so yeah, that's how I deal with ears. At least, um, But yeah. Papel. Do a Minecraft Let's Play. Probably will, actually. That would be... Yeah, I would totally do it. Might be the next live stream. Just because... Start a new world and stuff. Okay. Springs. Ooh, okay. Springs are actually pretty good. I'd say if you do springs with a combination of gears, I've seen a lot of other people do that, and I might start doing it. I kind of like for how the result. Next up, we just fabric on that glue stick. Grab another. Probably should. So yeah. So now it looks nice and neat. Unlike this abomination, that looks it's just everywhere. I'm not going to place bombs in our house. Oh my god. So me and Blorgus and Bunk playing Minecraft one time. And I swear Blorgus went full on terrorist and he hid bombs in our houses and other buildings made. And all he needed to do was place a lever in the right spot and hit it. We couldn't see the bombs though; they were hidden like rocks and stuff. But he knew. Nice gamer. Thank you for tuning in. You know what? Before I start putting out the withering into the fabric, I'm going to that there for now. Grab this. I'm going to wrap this. See, I can see you. Hello. Yeah, I can understand wanting to make. I think that'd be cool if you like wearing the mask and having it move. But making the ears floppy for when I build something is not, or typically not a good idea. Simply because then I have to worry about having the ears. It's just harder to balance when the ears are floppy. Oh well, I can see. I don't have a whole lot. When I'm just working off stream, I have like entire floor. I might cut the stream. Maybe after I like completely. Sadly, I didn't get to. Might do another live. This week's actually pretty. Surprised I was able to live stream it. And then, of course, when school starts, live streams back down again. Cool stuff. Hopefully that won't be. It probably. I'll just have to try to figure out ways to kind of fit live streams. Because I like doing these, and not everyone, but at least a select few people seem to enjoy me, especially since I'm able to interact with you guys. On top of that, probably one of the few, or probably one of the few instances where having a small fan base is a good thing because I can actually talk with people without being swarmed with chat messages. But it's just large enough that I'm able to constantly talk about client for a lot like how my earlier life. I'm just glad to be able to do one of these. Grab a new boot. Be right back. All right, here I am. Been gone. Been got a little bit too much. Pro tip: I don't need to put on socks. It's hot here. Hey, oh shit. Okay. See, my mic keeps cutting out. That is not good. Not good at all, actually. It's kind of cool that you actually found me from the puppet. It's an old one actually. So puppet I made before Springtrap, summer 2017. I still have a bunch of edits someone made. Um, I of my life-size puppet back when it was. They edited it into. That was the first time anyone had ever done something like that for me. Honestly, I just still saved on my computer. You could see him in the puppet video. That part when I said not too little, not too much. I was wrong. It's too much. You can kind of see it seeping out the other side. That's fine. It was before I made the waist and chest flow better. I think certain character. Wait. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Puppet back when it just had like some weird oval for its hips, and there was no build up to it. It was just one rod stabbed into a freaking oval. That's what it was. Honestly, there is no excuse for that. I just got lazy. And I don't want to make an entire freaking paste. Yeah, I ended up fixing that last year. So that's great. Is my microphone sounding okay now? That's like one of the one things I'm most self-conscious about because my microphone is not good. It's from my freaking laptop. I'm not able to plug in my actual mic for some reason. And even my actual microphone ain't that good. You get a new one. Got one last year, but only $40 though. To be fair, is a lot of money, but it's not a whole lot of money for. Got like got a glue side. You got to be really careful with that way it's not seeping out. Also, pro tip, life hack, whatever you want to call it. If you end up getting a dab of hot glue on yourself, like fresh out the glue gun and it burns like all hell, easy way to combat it. You just kind of rub it in. It kind of like spreads out the surface area, and it's harder for hot glue to retain heat. Cools down a lot faster. Funny story, I got that tip from my 8th grade science teacher, but he wasn't able to explain. Which is funny considering he's a freaking science teacher. Fucking earbuds, I did that before, and it might work. I don't know. For some reason, it likes to use my laptop microphone no matter what. Like, I can't change it in settings. I'm annoyed the hell out. So, basically, this is as good as it's gonna. My old laptop, I was able to plug in earbuds. But on this one, I can't do for some reason. In general, though, I prefer this laptop over because the other one was a freaking tablet. It wasn't. That little that I've been using pressed down. Yeah, plugging in earbuds typically doesn't. I yeah, like I said, that's one of the main reasons why I'm like conscious about it. When I've been streaming games, it's not as much as a problem because I'm close to the mic time. But for this, I have to step back, um, and it just doesn't sound. Sounds really quiet to be, or to be frank. And on top of that, it cuts out a lot. Cuts out a lot. So you can't play games. Yeah, I was thinking about getting a Chromebook, and I'm so glad I didn't because I actually like playing games. I couldn't do that on my last laptop. On this one, I can play games. My last one though, I could play like I could play FNAF World, and even that lagged. So yeah, I couldn't really. And even then, when you download images on a Chromebook, I'm pretty sure it doesn't download to the Chromebook. It downloads live. So I don't think Chromebooks have any storage actually itself. You can find Flash games of the Five Nights at Freddy's game. I found those when I was bored in like 7th grade. I've been playing Flash games. They're like extremely low quality though. Like they're pixelated. Like someone tried to censor them. Yeah, I'm planning on making some stuff based off of War soon, like because I want to put together a full cosplay. I'm gonna start with sword, like a full size one. I have one, but it's small. I'll probably put a picture of it in the tab later. Maybe at the end of this, I'll quickly grab it, show you guys. I'll do both. Probably do both. Oh yeah, Flash is ending in 2020. Yeah, no, it's still up, but it's ending soon. Like it's gone by the end of the So luckily we still have it, but luckily that happens like right when now I don't have to worry about not having any games to play. Actually, I could just story. My school for some reason doesn't have a website you can download Containment Breach on. Block. Usually, so I end up just bills and download SCP. That's another thing I've been wanting to make props for. SCPs. I made a 049 cosplay. I have stuff for 14.99 and SCP 500, but I've never done anything with it. I want to do cool. Voice kind of cracked when I. I'm feeling really self-conscious about the mic because I don't know like what you guys can hear me say and what cuts. I'm speaking fairly loudly, especially. I probably shouldn't be speaking this. Don't want to wake up my parents. The actual. Oh, but we got this all squared away. We're gonna let the glue dry on that. And start cutting out the withering patterns. Basically, we pinch fabric a little, cut a little hole. I'm not the biggest fan of Godzilla. I saw the new movie. I didn't see the um, I didn't see the one that came before. Actually, some Five Nights at Freddy or something. Five Nights at Freddy. But yeah, back on the topic of Godzilla, I went through like a weird like old timey monster movie phase where I just watched like old a bunch of the kind of showed up. I don't remember like anything from them. I remember stuff from Wolfman and Original Mummy though. They're actually pretty. As far as old movies, basically any old monster movies I found on Netflix started watching. I do. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before. I'm gonna say it again because it's important. Want to do the withering on the cardboard first before you do the withering with the fabric. Because if you try to do it all at once, it is horrible time. It's harder to cut through. Doesn't look as good. takes it. You're just hurting yourself at that. Get some help. I could probably show you some other things I've been working. So I just kind of said that, brought that up, but basically I looked up and I saw an unfinished project. Working on like a little thing, head thing on the head, mouth, body just coming out the head like an angle. Like something that would shit on you. Oh, and my whole foot's numb. I'd move, but I probably should. Slowly. Yeah, doing this stuff can take a while. It's been what, like just an hour and a half, just freaking and it's not even done. Or even close to being done for that matter, because I'm gonna have to paint like blood on it. Not 100% sure how I'm gonna. I'm I'm either going to. I need to stop hunting. Y'all work on the floor like I do. Don't screw up your back. Bad. Bad. Um. So honestly, it depends on what kind of work. Actually, probably don't tell that to a stranger on the internet, but I can understand, or I could believe it because I probably will believe you. Big gash is almost done. I think. Okay. Two more points. Oh yeah, be careful with the glue gun, like because for some reason, hot glue guns typically have hot glue like seep out around like the edges of it, so you want to be careful when you have to wedge it to a prop or something, to not get any like molten hot glue like smeared onto the prop because good. Originally, I thought that looked kind of cool already because like oh No, it doesn't look at all. It looks like you freaking. Don't do that. That's one of my biggest regrets with intentionally smearing. Just makes it look already does. So yeah, that's one gash done. Took what, like 5 minutes to do? That doesn't sound like a whole lot of time, but for a what we did, feels like a lot of time. There's just a little hole right here. I'm not gonna bother or going the whole extra mile. Dab it was choking on hot glue. Oh, on hot glue strings. I just got the image in your head that you just like poured hot glue right into you. Don't do that. I know what you mean though. You wanna make sure you like dust off words and like collect all those hot glues. Like cop, it's everywhere. It's sticky. Like I got a bunch on my knee. Got some on my freaking hand. Get every. Also, just make sure you make that kind of thing. My favorite ride at California. I like the Tower of Terror. Like that one's pretty good. Just because like it's got that. Um, they changed it though. It's not Tower of Terror anymore. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly, I feel like I should be offended over it, but I'm not. It honestly, like, times change. Barely anyone knows what Twilight Zone is, what the Tower of Terror was off of. So, well, actually, they did start a new. Either way, that wasn't really a. I'm surprised Disney even did anything. Tower of Terror. That or with not Tower of Terror with Twilight Zone. That's not a very kid friendly thing. That's fun though. It has also given me a elevator, like going out suddenly when I not to the point that I don't go in, but just enough that I. Luckily though, elevators are built with protocol. Cheers. I don't need to get technical. I'll know what I mean. I don't gotta. I need to. I feel bad. You guys can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going at it. But basically, what I'm doing is it's something similar to what I do at eye holes. I'm taking the withering and I'm kind of cutting out the fat where fabric, or I'm cutting little lines where the fabric is, and then I'm just pulling the fabric down and gluing it down to the inside of it. That way, it just kind of curves in. Don't really see any or around the edges. You're gonna see it on the side of the side. Something like can't even see. This looks like a Springtrap's arm. Which I would highly recommend not doing some kind. I was gonna. Wasn't anything bad. It's going quiet here. Sorry about that. Kind of ran out of stuff to talk about. Shut up. Jesus Christ. Okay. Honestly, another thing that kind of scares me when I get in elevators is like the doors, because if it shuts and then continues going upwards, like, sorry, but you're getting torn in half. You're not gonna get stopped by freaking uh second you like bump the roof, and that terrifies me. Again, modern elevators are built with like just stuff to make sure that kind of doesn't happen or is less likely to happen, and the odds of it happening now are very slim. Say that like I'm being by some elevator, not. Yeah. Um, I watched the first season of The Walking Dead, and I don't know why. I'm not a big TV show fan. There are some TV shows I'll sit down and watch. For the most part, I don't watch. My entertainment, as I've said before, RGs online, um, and fact videos. Sometimes stuff or something like a background. Once this live stream is baked beans. No, when I went to Universal Studios last year, I did the walk attraction. That was actually pretty, um creepy too. The only problem is that like the masks that they had for a lot of the zombies, and I could kind of understand why they would do masks instead of you know full on makeup because they gotta have people in it. Masks. It didn't look that. If I get around to it, I may probably. I just kind of like wedged the hot glue gun through this hole and just kind of hoped that went like as and just kind of started dropping hot glue down, hoping it would where I was or wanted it to. But if I did that wrong, it would have gone straight through. Um, so I did. Ooh, that's good. I didn't get to do any of the Halloween horror the last time I was there. Like I was there at the right time. We just didn't have tickets to that. We had like tickets, so have little withering or withered. So almost done with this arm and small. So I like the original. I haven't seen heard it was by pretty much everyone. So I'm just gonna trust those reviews. Um, the first two were pretty good. Wait, they're making a third one instead of like another cheap remake? This is completely off topic, but when does Doom come out? That I can't remember if it's this year or next year. I know Halo Infinite got prolonged or kind of like pushed back to next year. But I don't know about Doom. Pretty sure it's that's cool. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. See, look at how much better this looks compared to this one. Like with this one, you could see a bunch of like torn cardboard and stuff, and that's because I did the withering after I took out the holes here. So it just doesn't look as good. But yeah, that is why you wither the cardboard fabrics separately. The teaser, I haven't seen it. I have to see or watch that up. Got the live. To be honest though, I'm not a big movie. Like I rarely go and watch. Like I'll watch. I'm pretty sure I watched. I just kind of watch whatever my parents say. Go out and watch. I don't have a whole lot of experience. So it's pretty much like law now that Buster. I've obviously seen. It's cool. There you go. I had to wedge the hot glue gun just the right way that everything freaking work. That was a challenge. It was just difficult getting to here. Hot glue gun halfway. I was able to do that, and we got this arm for the most part done. Now, obviously, I got a couple things to do, like making little like dried blood spots and stuff. Kind of torn about how I'm going to do that. Either going to take, um, I'm either going to do what I did here, where I just got red and brown paint, mixed them together, or I'm going to get actual fake blood I bought from Halloween this year, and just kind of go at it with like a little signs, which I may put. The downside with that is even though it look good, it will. I don't think it'll look right with how, like, you'll look at one arm and it's going to look completely different from the head because I did the same thing with the head. But yeah, Moving on, let's have this arm to do withering hole care of. That last one had way. Oh, huh. I am not doing that. Is 50 things in that 50 times 4, that's like freaking like $200. Yeah, no, I like Games Workshop paints or Citadel paints, whatever the hell they're. I don't like them that much. I do like trivia or like trivia like that. Just kind of interesting, like behind the scenes. I want to be able to kind of talk about stuff like that for. I just don't know because it seems like it'd be a bit weird having its own. Corn would be. No, I wouldn't be. My wallet wouldn't be. These things are supposed to be made on a budget, not freaking basic. What I'm trying to say is, if I had the money to buy 50 blood for the blood god, I wouldn't be using cardboard. With the hot glue gun? Because if so, I'm just gonna reiterate my little tip. You get hot glue on yourself, freaking rub it around. Um, uh, just rub it around. Say you get some on like, just get your thumb around. Yes, you may get some on your thumb, but it will make it burn, or it won't burn for it. It won't do as much damage because again, you're spreading out the surface area, making it harder for. And that will cause it, cool down faster. So you'll, for the most part, be good. But yeah, just be careful with hot glue. I burned myself horribly because I had missed with the hot glue and I ended up just squirting hot glue directly on. I tried rubbing it around. Sadly, wasn't the right time, and I ended up second degree. That was fun. I got two of those. Process of making. One wasn't as large, or the second one wasn't as large as the. Just be careful with hot glue. I don't think spring like an entire Springtrap con work would count as a con. When I start doing Warhammer 40k stuff, like not just painting like props and stuff I made from the series, but maybe stuff. I feel like that would be cool, but I am nowhere near a freaking at that, so I'm official Games Workshop YouTube channel, not sponsored. I don't even know if any. Got this big, almost done with. After that, we're going to be. We got another pretty big hole here, actually. And then we got two tiny ones that I don't bother doing a technique with because they're too. Fabric. Good. Next, we move on to that other one. Yeah, no, that. I think my eyes just do different. It's a human submarine. I don't want to be sponsored by Recast. Like, they seem like nice people, but I don't want to. I don't want to like recast official. Yeah, I didn't get a scar. I just got like a mark, 2 fingers, like because it dripped on like. No, it was on my other hand. It was my middle finger and my ring. It made it really awkward to write with, or like when I had to write. This wither mark way because apps. I don't get why they just don't sell steel lead. I probably shouldn't be talking about this on the NAF stream, but like that's just kind of fucked up that they Steel Legion looked badass. I'm pretty sure like the other two people watching have like no clue what we're talking about, Borges, but maybe that'll get them interested. Honestly, if I got the chance, I probably would try to get a because I like the way they look. Sadly, they have official steel, or they don't sell official Steel Legion models. And I just realized I never cutting this out, and now I have to free up cut the rest of the food right. Speedrun time. Remember that earlier in the stream when someone told me to hurry up, and I told them that I did. Ignore everything I said. Try yet? No. Legion's pretty. I kind of want him now, simply because I saw the for your model. Plus one had a chain. Anything that has a chain. that would be weird if dreams were memories from past lives, because I'm myself, and I'm seeing I know current. I don't think that work. No, maybe not past lives, but in the past. Yeah, this is what I meant when I said it had like little flaps on it. This thing, it's hard to make actually look good when I have all the fabric wrapped around it. Some of it will scissors. Get that off. Going to bed soon. That's fine. And then for this part, or these parts, I'm not even going to worry about doing what I normally do. I'm just stab into that. And then just cut a little out. Damn. Also thinking about making some TF2 stuff. I would, guys. I want to make the sniper sniper. I was planning on making I like a level 1 sentry, but I never got around to that. I didn't end up collecting all the materials. Whole reason why mini hacksaw, which is somewhere around. There it is. The fact that it's on the floor, probably. I bought a mini hacksaw just so I'd be able to cut freaking metal bits. Never ended up doing anything. But yeah. This is the so just kind of how the arm. Just gonna throw this out now. This arm looks way better than this. Doesn't look right. Make a can of bog. That would actually be. So all that's left for this hand is to make a like little rings and stuff. I might not do that on stream because that's very tedious. I know this was kind of getting when I was just cutting stuff, so I apologize for that. I completely forgot that that's how that. Yeah, that will be about it for making crap on this. I may continue this in future. I will make a video on done. For now, that's all. It's been too freaking. Not expect to be streaming that long, or I some of it I've been working other stuff that I didn't think video. So for you that stuck around, thank you so much. As a reward. And here we are. So this is the new Sticklemore map. Oh hey, Mr. Pinecone. I don't think I saw you in the chat. So yeah, this is the new one. Not the eye holes are way smaller. and it's a little bit wider than the original. That way, it covers up my face when it's being worn. You can't really. Hey, that hurt my neck doing that. This thing, spooky thing. It is my logo. I got this spooky thing. Once it's done, there's going to be a human arm coming out of the head, like a little anglerfish kind of thing, and it's going to have more teeth. And then I'm hoping to get this covered in latex, that way, and painted first, probably. That way, it looks like it's covered in actual human skin. I saw the first 2 seasons. I've seen season 3. I like how right when I'm about to end the stream and doing that before. So, yeah, there's also going to be a hand coming out the bottom. Heads and spooky stuff. Then we got an MF chainsword, miniature chainsword. Warhammer 40k, it's more of like a chain knife. I made this out of foam scraps because I didn't have a whole lot. I still have some left, but not enough to sword. So I made a miniature one just to kind of see how I would make it, and I think it turned out well. So when I get the chance, I will. And we'll probably start working on Space Marine helmet, or just full cosplay. That's the goal by the end. Just to kind of go along. Or I don't know. What else do I got? There's more stuff I have. Is there? I've already shown off Mr. Ruffles. I think what I'm going to do instead of showing new stuff I've been working on, because a lot of that stuff has just been basic stuff for Wither Bonnie that you're going to... Excuse me, sorry. There's I have something I made a long time ago that I figured now would be a good time to finally... bit harder to frickin' working. It has been way too frickin' long since I wore these. It's been a year. My hands are bigger and it's harder to frickin' fit into them. But last Halloween, I just kind of stood up I dressed up in a Slenderman costume, and I just kind of hung out at my house, just spooking people who were going by the candy bowl and stuff. And I had these little arm extensions. I could kind of move the finger. Not sure what hand it's supposed to be. You have specific hands. I think this is meant to be my right hand. But I'm hand right now. Right hand ones. I figured they're just like little limb extensions to kind of lanky feet. Just because Slenderman. Anyways, back at the chat. I don't think showing my flesh tears would be a good idea right now. Since that's literally I didn't make those. This is all about props and stuff. All I did with those is put them together from a screw and then paint them. So it's probably best if I stick with my props I made from. So just as a recap, stream. We didn't make this. We made one arm. This is literally all we made. This entire 2-hour stream. That's how long it takes to make this stuff. If you have time though, I would recommend it. It's a nice, cheap. His other arm, we just need to add this on. And then got Zodia the Forbidden. Gotta make it. And then his entire torso will be done. like, or upper body, not just. Thank you all for sticking around. Thank you anybody watching this once uploaded on its own. Uh, appreciate you all. It's been glad I could finally. And it's time for me to say goodbye. Oh, and I completely forgot how to stop. Oh, there it is. It's an OBS. I was looking for a button in the page. So I'm looking at OBS right now. Head and gotta like. Thank you all. Every time I forget, not do that. For watching. Goodbye. Bye, all.